In today's video, I'm going to unbox and assemble this P6 Hiboy electric bike. I bought this last fall for $1,100 Canadian plus tax. My son also bought one at the same time. He loves his. He's used it dozens of times. Fortunately, I hurt my knee last fall and I haven't obviously used this yet. It is now May of 2026. Here are the contents of the box laid out. The bike itself, front wheel. This box contained a user manual, the charger, some tools to assemble the bike, pedals, light, and this clamp unit here. I looked in the owner's manual and it tells me that in order for the battery to get to 80% full charge, it's going to take 4 hours. And full charge for 5 to 6 hours. So before I even start to assemble this, I'm going to remove the battery, take this off of the key, and there's a little symbol here for lock and unlock. Unlock being in this direction. And we see that popped out. So we'll take this and start charging it up. There are lots of safety instructions in your owner's manual. Make sure to read them all in their entirety. Okay, so here is my AC power, my extension cord here. And here is our charger. This is the cord that's going to go into the battery. And the connection for the battery is up here. So I'm going to plug that in. And now we'll take the plastic off of our AC cord there. Plug this other end into the charger here. Wiggle that around. Okay, and now we'll plug this into our AC power. And let's see if we see any sign of life. We see that little LED come on the charging unit itself. We might see some indications come on here later. We'll wait and see what happens. The first step in assembling the bike is to install the handlebars. All the tools required to assemble it are in the kit, and to install the handlebars we are going to use this hex wrench here. The instructions refer to this as the handle stem. They tell us to rotate it towards the front of the bike. We can see it is. I'm going to remove our screws here, and then we'll put the bar into place. We can see here that there are markings on the handlebar for us to line it up correctly. Let's go from one side to the other, as I did there, back and forth. Don't tighten one right up, just move around and tighten them up equally and line it up as per the markings on the handlebar. This is the disc on the front wheel used for braking. What we want to do is get this disc into this up here. This is like the caliper that grabs onto this disc to slow it down. There's a slot here. I'm going to show this from a different angle, but basically what we want to do is get this disc into the slot on this actuator here, lift up into place, and then we get the axle, which is the axle is this that goes through the middle of the wheel into our shocks. I'm just going to put this into place, but then I'm going to give you a different vantage point here. See, I've got that disc into what I'm calling the caliper. It would be called a caliper on a car. And now we can see that the axle of our wheel is in here. I put the kickstand down in such a way as to keep the bike pretty much vertical, because I want the weight to be on the front wheel. And we're just going to go over this again. We can see here is the disc. Within the disc brake, our axle here we can see is up towards the top of the fork. This is the fork. There's two front forks. And if we go over to the other side, we will see that the axle is also up at the top of the fork. This is the way the skewer came packaged with the bike. We can see there's the two springs here, and according to our instructions, we're going to have a spring on either side of the wheel. So if we unscrew this, according to our instructions, we're going to have a spring over here on this side and one on the other side of the wheel here. I'm at the front of the bike. Put the skewer in through this side. And we'll move our camera over to the other side. And put our nut into place here. I have the bike balanced so that the weight is still pushing down on the front of the bike to keep that wheel up into the fork. So this wheel is on here securely. I cannot push that off. And I know that my disc is in place properly, because if I spin it and hit my brake, it stops the wheel. Here's the two pedals. They are designated left and right. You can see an L here and an R there. Left and right is designated as you, from the position of you sitting on the bike. So the front of the bike is here. So obviously this would be my left side. I'm going to take the left pedal, and it's designated left here. Although I'm going to take that sticker off, and then we'll screw the pedal itself in here. And you can see the arrow is going counterclockwise. Then we take the number 15 designated wrench and tighten that up. Again, counterclockwise. And do the same on the other side. To install our headlight, take your largest Allen wrench, remove this screw here that is on the top of the front forks, and then install the screw through the light. And then we connect our light here. You can see that these two mate up, and there's a little tab there that'll keep it from going in the wrong way. The last step of our assembly instructions was to install the saddle, but it's actually already in place in this case, and you can just obviously adjust the seat and move this lever here to lock it in place. Our battery has been connected for 6 hours, and we can see that the charge light has turned from red to green. So we'll put the battery on the bike. I'm going to install the battery in the bike. Slide that end in up there. Turn our key. Now that's in. Obviously, from now on, we don't have to take the battery out to charge it. We can just take our little cover off like that and charge it while it's in the bike if we like. This is the power button to turn it on. Our LED comes on. Up here at the handlebars to turn on our accessories, we hold the power button here for 3 seconds. And if we look here, I'm going to hit the button for the light. On and off. There's our button for the light is here. Here's our button for the horn. Turn it off. Hit it again. When you remove the key, the battery can't be taken out. You see that's securely in there. You can still turn your bike on, like so, but your battery can't be removed unless you put the key in and pop it out. Make sure to test your brakes before you go anywhere. Over on the left side here is the front brake. Move it ahead. You can see that down here the brake is operated. Same for the rear brake on the right side. This is our gear selector here. We can move through the gears by hitting this button right here. So that goes up to 2, 3. This is our accelerator. Move this towards you and the bike will go faster. I have the bike up on blocks. We notice nothing happened. And the reason for that is because over on our left handlebar, this is what they call our pedal assist. This plus and minus button here. So see there it says 0. If I hit this plus, that's 1 for pedal assist. I think it goes 1 to 5. Now, if I go back over here at my accelerator, you can see that our wheel is turning. Yeah, we'll give that another hit here. Pedal assist 2. Hit our accelerator. Our tire has stopped. Oops. Wow, I think this thing's gonna have some speed. We're gonna use this little air compressor here to inflate our tire. And on the side of the tire, it says inflate to a maximum of 20 psi. Now, a car tire normally inflates to about 30 psi, so that kind of makes sense. I will put a link down below to this little air compressor here. I like this one because it has a pressure indicator on the front of it there. So just screw that onto our tire valve and turn it on. And we can see here it's hardly reading anything, maybe like 2 psi. And the side wall of the tire said maximum of 20 psi, so I went to about 18. This is the front tire. We'll do the same for the rear tire. I don't have to bore you by showing you that. And here is a list of the operating instructions for all of the accessories. And we have a diagram over here which lists things, motor failure, voltage protection, battery indicator, and all sorts of other little indications you can have there. You can go through that. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.